Hey guys, T2 out here. Time preparing this channel. Back out here with Andy, Creek Chicken. We're out here doing a little car camping, a day trip. There is some hiking spots around here. We might do a little hiking trip while we're at it. We're just out here enjoying it. This is the same campground that I did a bug out overnighter at. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Yeah, it's supposed to get a little nippy tonight. Nothing too bad, maybe in the 40s. This was nice. We didn't have to carry any gear in. Our vehicles are like 100 yards that way, if that. Maybe. So we're gonna do a little day trip and a little day camp. Spend the night tonight, maybe build a fire, see what we can find in the woods to eat. You know, who knows? And yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
I just want to talk about the setup I'm using right here because it's been a while. This is basically a 12-foot tarp. It's got angled sides on it. It's basic, but it's made out of steel poly. Real light, waterproof. I've used it on the Foothills Trail. You probably got seen it in the video we did. Then tonight, since it's not going to be terribly cold, I'm using my 40-degree underquilt that I made. It's synthetic. I'm using my single layer rather. It's 11-foot asymmetrical hammock, typically the way everybody makes them, with the zip-out bug net. As you can get in and see, I integrate this. Something like a, you know, it's just a single layer. But it's great in the summer and springtime, fall, when the bugs are going to eat you alive. This was actually the prototype hammock that I made. It's been a while ago. And I did have some issues with this one wanting to pop the zipper because the ridgeline was too tight, but since it was adjustable, I figured that out over time, and now I let it drape a little bit, and then when I put my weight in it, it's perfect. Doesn't want to pop, works great now. So just little tweaks like that you learn over time, but this is the first functional one that I actually made, so we're gonna see how it lasts overnight.
Got my hammock set up, the One Wind double right here. The Outdoor Vitals Rainfly up top. Took me a second to set up my hammock up just because this is the first time I've set it up. That's not been, you know, out back in my front yard or out back in my backyard. Little adjusting. I don't know if I still have the clips or not, but I sat in it one time and I hit the ground. So I think my trees were too wide or too far apart or something. But got it adjusted about waist high on this one, so it's gonna be good to sleep in. Cool.
Hey, guess what? We are going down to King Creek Falls, way down there. So we'll see how effective my knee brace is, and if I don't show up for work after vacation time, well, guess what? I'm still going to be down there. Anyway, I've never seen it. We've been up this hike, well, a couple of times now to Muka Falls, but we've never actually seen it, but we laid eyes on it from down there. So we're going to go find it. So here we go.
Okay. It's gonna be a fun little trail to come out of. What is this? Cane Creek? This is Cane Creek Falls. Manuka Falls is back up yonder that way. We're not going to it.
That's where we're staying. Probably really stupid.
Yeah, we probably should have tossed a rope back there. That way we can pull ourselves up. But we didn't, so you'll have that. Camera doesn't tell it, but there we go. Camera doesn't show it, but it's a little sleep. Luckily the ground's basically dry, so it's not terrible.
I don't know.
It is an odd place for two pieces of clothing to be laid there right next to each other.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, ain't it?
And nobody's here unless they're dead.
But, I mean, anything possible. I really don't want to find dead people.
So So there's some shirts down there. So either people are dead or people are skinny dipping. We're not real sure. We don't see anyone else down here, so we might find a dead body. You never know. That's pretty fall though. How's the climb? So we're making our way back up. We didn't go all the way down because it's down and across and down this hill and across and yeah, I don't even know where I'm pointing at right now. Anyway, we took a couple photos, stopped here for a minute. Now we're going back up and going to end up back up at the campsite. Basically, I'm walking on my toes right now because this is pretty steep. That was pretty treacherous. I said it was going to be rough coming out. And it was. So why an upside down fire as opposed to a normal fire?
If you do a traditional TP fire, which work, they work, don't get me wrong. Sometimes they have a hard time getting started. And what you do here, the concept is to build with the largest fuel on the bottom. So what happens is, you see where I put the largest stuff on the bottom and gradually get smaller as I go up in layer, but I always allow a lot of air gap. So what happens is, I'll finally get to a point where I'm doing a bundle of kindling and starter on the top, and that'll burn, and as it gets hot it burns down the end of each layer and burns all the way, and by the time it reaches that bottom layer of big stuff, it's going well, it's hot, and it starts the big stuff, and then you can start adding to it, keep it burning for however long you want. Burns longer, uses less fuel.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so we're here, we're ready to start our upside down fire. And I'm going to attempt to use this new ferro rod and my knife to strike this thing and light her up.
Alright, Andy's been trying this for a couple minutes, so we were trying to do it naturally, and we're still probably going to try to strike her. But BIGFOOT Bushcraft, we have one of these little fire plugs, just mending it, breaking it, and we're going to give it a shot. Could just be because we had a brand new striker, and we do have wet hay, which we didn't know we were wet before. So I don't know what happened to my BIGFOOT Bushcraft ferro rod, but we're going to give this one a shot. So yeah, make sure you have good ways to start a fire. You know, if this was our only option, we'd be sitting out here for 20-30 minutes.
What'd you do, strike ferro rod?
Struck ferro rod. But I did the BIGFOOT Bushcraft Flamey
Your extender?
my fire plugs.
Hey, I don't care. It's lit. Yay.
And we have a coupon code. So go check it out. Yeah, just a little bit.
Fire's going good. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. The top's burning and it's kind of centering itself down, but you can see why the flames, it's drawing from the bottom just like a rocket stove almost. But just sitting there watching it. You don't really have to stoke them, you just let them burn, and that's a great thing. You can kind of, if you got other things to do, once it lights and takes, you can walk away. It's going to burn.
How was this trip for you as opposed to our other trips? Car camping versus real.
I mean, you know, this is a lot easier. We didn't have to walk anywhere. We did go and check out Cane Creek Falls early, but as far as bringing all of our gear in here on our backs, no. It's nice just to get out in the woods. It's peaceful. We're the only ones anywhere near here. Yeah, there's nobody else out here, so got it all to ourselves. Got a nice fire going. Got our bellies full there a little while ago, and yeah, man. Got a couple of camp chairs. Gonna be a good night.
Flame, yeah. So Steven was supposed to join us, and he had other engagements. So in this comment section, be mad at Steven. I don't know.
I was
Do
going to
something.
represent by wearing my Southern Relics hoodie, but no.
Maybe on his next video, just be like, you know, you should hang out with your Titan Preparedness and Creek Chicken friends more. You know, it's
Yeah.
not
You're gonna be prepared chickens.
prepared chickens. Don't spam them. Just be nice. Be nice to
Yes.
the comments.
Now, back to the fire.
And he does have like a 4,000 subscriber giveaway. So if you are into metal detecting, head over to his channel and subscribe and get in on that giveaway. I think he's giving away like a metal detector or something.
We mess with him because he's not here, but yeah, Steven and them run a great channel. Check it out. I think they're giving away a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I think they're
It's a metal detector or something?
Macro or something.
Yeah, Note to Macro, maybe metal detector.
Anyway, check it out.
Check it out
Southern Relics on YouTube.
on YouTube's.
Yes.
It'll be in the link
Yeah.
below. All right, guys, morning of day 2. Let's talk about kind of what happened last night and then this morning. So we stayed up till 11:30, 12 o'clock, sitting around the fire. Our friend Kat came around. She hung out with us for a little while. She left, and then we went to bed. Then last night it got chilly.
Yeah, a lot colder than they said. It was supposed to be like 40 and it was 28, so that caused me anyway to get up and blow up one of my thermarest pads and put it underneath, and then that fixed the problem. I was nice and warm after that, but 40-degree underquilt doesn't work that well with a single layer hammock in 28 degrees. So.
I used that 45-degree top quilt and a 0-degree underquilt, and it was not, there wasn't any heat retention. I could feel the actual heat circulating underneath me with that underquilt. But as far as the top quilt goes, it was 20 degrees out here last night. It didn't work too well. So we actually woke up with frost on our windows and on our tarps.
I had ice on my tarp this morning, yeah.
We had I won't say a massive as in big fire, but a massively hot fire last night. We had it going for hours, and so them coals probably were still a little warm this morning.
They were hot enough to light the fire again. I didn't have to do anything.
So that was simple.
Nice.
You need lessons learned?
Yeah, be prepared, you know, for colder temperatures than what you think. Weatherman was wrong, at least for here. Yeah, we're right next to a really freezing cold stream, so anyway, I'll let you see it back.
We probably caught some wind chill off that, and some little added temperature drop with that. Yeah, this is just a fun little overnighter.
Yeah.
All of our gear worked.
Yeah, I didn't fall down.
Yeah, you didn't fall down. We needed to scrape your ferro rod, get it going. I need to find my ferro rod.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes, brand new ferro rod. Yeah.
Get them ready before you prep them before you bring them out.
Scrape the coating off.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all we got.
Yeah, man.
It's only a quick little video, so.
Enjoyed it.
All right, y'all, so Andy had to leave. He had some things he had to do, but I'm just finishing packing up now, enjoying what's left of this little fire. A couple lessons learned. Some sort of thermal underbreeches. It is still wintertime out here, and so having that base layer in your bag, just being able to drop trowel, put them on, and quickly jump back in your hammock or into your tent or your sleeping bag, you know, that could have added an extra 15 degrees to my setup. So some long johns of some kind would have been nice. Everything worked as expected. Again, we just weren't expecting it to get that cold. A 0-degree bag and a 45-degree bag do not equal 20 degrees. I've learned that. So that was my first time doing a underquilt, and I like the underquilt. I just don't like the Outdoor Vitals underquilt. The way that it hung against a hammock, I didn't like it. It's great if you got a 9-foot hammock. It would basically seal it up completely, but I've got an 11-footer, and so it was basically a 3/4. The suspension system on it, there's no adjustability because the underquilt itself is attached to the tether points. So it's in one spot. It was basically being stretched to the max, trying to fit across my 11-foot hammock. It was warm though. I'll give it credit on that. 0 degrees was nice and warm. Most times when you sleep in a hammock, you have CBS, which is cold butt syndrome, and I did not have that last night, so that was nice. What I did with the top quilt was I buttoned and singed all the bottom parts, and so basically I had a closed at the bottom, open at the top blanket. I put it over me and stuffed it, in every area I could find, and so it was over my shoulders, and it was actually tall enough to go over my head, so that was nice, because when I had to get out and go pee, I got back in, I was basically shivering. So being able to quickly warm up is a huge benefit. And with that top quilt in conjunction with the under quilt, it did fine. If I only had the top quilt, yeah, basically it would have froze. Again, we were not expecting it to get 20 something degrees, but it did. And so that's just something that you need to keep an eye on. We were not expecting frost. We were not expecting things to freeze. We were kind of expecting, okay, it's going to be a little chilly tonight, and you're good with it. It got a lot more than a little chilly. It froze over. But that's just something you got to be ready for, be prepared for. We had plenty of firewood, so in case one of us got up, we had, you could easily stoke up a fire, which Andy did this morning. Like he said, he had to get up and get his sleeping pad and sleep on top of that just to add that extra layer of protection. Because it's cold, I'm going to hurry up and pack up and head to the house. So again, we appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little quick overnight video. And it wasn't as productive as I wanted it to be, but we still had a lot of fun. So that's all I got for today. Y'all have a great day, and make sure to subscribe. Peace out.